So Doug Hagman here joining us. Eric Prince, NYPD ready to make arrests in Anthony Weiner case, goes on to say, pedophile island, that's why they're upset, little kids. I saw you during the break holding up some of the investigative material. This is about to get bombshell. So Mr. Hagman, I'm going to give folks your website out, obviously. It's go to it all the time, but I'm so angry I can hardly even think right now.
It's HagmanReport.com.
That's right, HagmanReport.com. I mean, this is recap your sources, what they said, and go ahead and go with all of it. I know you don't want to say it because it sounds so crazy, but you know what? They're the ones that are crazy, not us. Tell folks what's happening.
Well, I think you sense my reluctance to talk about this on Wednesday. I didn't know how far this was going to come out. My sources at the periphery of this investigation, and even within NYPD, said, look, this is not just about sexting. This is not just about espionage. This is about child pornography. I've been an investigator for 30 years. It was back in 1987 when I was first exposed to satanic ritual abuse, satanic crimes, cult like this, and I wrote about it in my book, Stained by Blood, okay? Now, having said that, I've seen some things that I just couldn't believe possible. But when you take what I've seen with that and now connect it to the government, it makes it even more putrid if that's possible. Just to give you an example, I have not showed this to anyone before. And I debated whether I should show it now. But this is the kind, and I'm about ready to show you this with your permission. It's censored out, so it should be okay.
We blacked out the areas, yeah.
Right. This is one of the files that was found during the search of Weiner's computer.
WikiLeaks leaked to We Are Change that was bold enough to go with the angle that this is about child trafficking. Now, what does that tell you? WikiLeaks leaked the info, then linked to the media that finally figured out what was going on first. That tells you WikiLeaks is getting ready to release the pedophile info.
I would urge everyone looking at these emails, because there are so many of them with respect to Podesta. We found, well, my source, I shouldn't say we, my source.
And let's be clear, your source gave you that photo just as an example of what's...
Right.
And obviously gave you one of the lighter ones, because it would even almost be illegal, even though you're an investigator and accredited, to even share that with you.
Right. And actually, I could probably take the tape off and it wouldn't really mean anything. It would be fine. But the fact is, and by the way, this was not transmitted over any electronic device.
Exactly.
Okay, this was hand-delivered to me. But having said that, there's indications of dark web accessing the dark web, of course. There is a subtext or coding to some of the emails that Podesta and others have, including Hillary and whom I have been engaged in. For example, pizza party. I'll just leave this out there. Pizza party. That's not exactly what it means. Don't bring your favorite video over for a pizza night. A pizza party is something that has sexual connotations. The spirit cooking even has a different connotation to it as well. Some claim that
well, Crowley said it meant cooking children.
Exactly. And for as much, now, look, I don't know, in that respect, I don't know what the...
Because they're torturing a soul, a spirit, a child.
Exactly. But I'll say this. There is enough, according to my source who provided me with that documentation.
Oh, you're gold, brother. I mean, you said the press conference was going on. Here it is in Breitbart with Eric Prince of everybody saying it. Total credibility with his sources. So what else are your sources saying?
Well, this is big. This is going to involve not just the Clinton campaign, but it's also going to involve high congressional staffers, high congressional congresspeople on the left and the right, on the Republican and Democratic side. They knew about this. They were part of this.
When you talk about electronic, clearinghouse for this, that's what they're doing as they compromise. They think they're above the law. They're roping other people into it so they can then corrupt and control them.
And that's a good point, too, because there is some Wall Street... high-level Wall Street bankers that are not only engaged in this behavior, but have on video this kind of behavior. And people might say, well, just go ahead and show it, let it out to to everyone. Well, I don't think you can really do that. But some of the documentation, including that is
this should all come out. But folks, it has to be done right. The stock market's going to crash. I mean, this will cause a civil war. Okay. I mean, I'm already feeling very angry right now. Okay. And so, quite frankly, like, I haven't been showing these videos of the satanic rituals that are just their public ones because it's so provocative.
At this point, everyone I've seen, with respect to everyone who's been mentioned involved in this investigation, as far as I'm concerned, and based on my sources, has been sexually compromised. There's just, I mean, the blackmail, gone are the days, where you could be blackmailed for being a homosexual. This is exponentially worse than that. This is actually criminal behavior that involves children, animals, and the sickest things you can ever think of.
Sure, let me bring up our article that's on Infowars.com that Paul Watson put out that's on DrudgeReport.com dealing with the head of the Clinton campaign being involved in Aleister Crowley rituals, specifically the Satanist of Satanists, the bottom of the barrel, the worst of the worst. I mean, you cannot make this up. The guy they call the most evil man to ever live reportedly sacrificed his own son in a ritual in Spain, or was it Portugal? They're on the side of a mountain. I mean, this is the type of crap we're dealing with. And if you scroll down, WikiLeaks, Assange tweeted out, "We Are Changes" analysis, linking it into the Haitian kids that got illegally smuggled in and stuff. And what does that say that WikiLeaks linked to them? What is WikiLeaks trying to say there?
You know, and Alex, it's for the people listening to this that find this difficult to believe. It's not important what we believe. What we believe, they don't care what we believe. It's what they believe that they consider to be important. So if they believe in this,
no, we're like anthropologists looking at what the Laotians believe, or we're looking at what pygmies believe, or the Romans believe, and you look at it, they're a bunch of filthy, crazy Satanists.
All of the components are here to expose the greatest perversion, the greatest satanic, and I mean satanic, cabal of people that are associated with Hillary Clinton and the people in the halls of our of power in the United States.
I want to see 10 million viewers tune in over the 50-plus hours, and that's where you come in. You are the heart and blood of the InfoWar. If you spread the link to Infowars.com/show and point out that this is the alternative new media, this is the rebellion, then all of you are riding right beside us, not behind us. So spread the word, my Paul Reveres, no matter where you live in the world. To information warfare arms, the globalists are coming, and they will be met on the field. So Doug Hagman here, joining us. Eric Prince, NYPD ready to make arrests in Anthony Weiner case, goes on to say, pedophile island, that's why they're upset, little kids. I saw you during the break holding up some of the investigative material. This is about to get bombshell. So Mr. Hagman, I'm going to give folks your website out, obviously. It's go to it all the time, but I'm so angry I can hardly even think right now.
It's HagmanReport.com.
That's right, HagmanReport.com. I mean, this is... Recap your sources, what they said, and go ahead and go with all of it. I know you don't want to say it because it sounds so crazy, but you know what? They're the ones that are crazy, not us. Tell folks what's happening.
Well, I think you sense my reluctance to talk about this on Wednesday. I didn't know how far this was going to come out. My sources at the periphery of this investigation, and even within NYPD, said, look, this is not just about sexting. This is not just about espionage. This is about child pornography. I've been an investigator for 30 years. It was back in 1987.